is right with the world, and I am one with the sun. Oh, there's a when I look to the sun, I see beauty in everyone. When I walk in the light of day, I know that I will feel good. 'Cause everything I
Happy Sunday
am.
Funday. We are live at the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and I'm just so excited to be connecting with you all across the world. It is a Sunday here in sunny South Florida. We are very happy and very proud to say that we're holding it about 80 degrees, so wherever you are, we hope you're staying warm. We know great part of the country and across the world, it's a little chilly. So we send you our warmest condolences on your weather. But we are enjoying paradise here, and we're also ramping up, as most of the planet is, to get ready for 2020. Are you ready? Are you really getting yourself prepared? You know, we prepare for so many things, but we rush through the holidays, and we don't always take the time to take a look at what we need to do for ourselves to prepare for the transition, the change. Now, let's look at this beautiful day of December 31st that's approaching. Let's look at what's happening between now and then. It's a day on a calendar. So does that determine our be-all, end-all? No. But we've become conditioned in the human experience to look at this marker in time as a time for change. But interestingly enough, when we look around in the energy, we notice what we notice about the planetary positions. We feel the frequency on the earth. Even those who are not as connected spiritually are noticing that there's some weird things going on, and that they're experiencing things that are a little uncomfortable or different, or they're having, surprisingly enough, an out-of-body experience, or their sleep is being disrupted. Things are happening to people all across the planet that's making them think that there might be some validity, go figure, to all this woo-woo. Well, yes, indeed, there is validity to this. There's actually a lot of scientific data that supports some of the changes in the planet and the human consciousness evolution, and the fact that our thoughts and our actions have been conditioned and limited by beliefs that are not necessarily the truth of our destiny. And so many greats have gone on to explore with us that if we rewire our mind, if we recalibrate our self-talk, if we gather control of our emotions and just harness them, and before we become reactive, we go to the reflective mode before we speak, well then everything starts to change. But we are in this constant mode of movement, going from one thing to the next activity, to the next opportunity, to the next relationship, to the next crisis. We put out one fire, we have another fire, and we're constantly being bombarded by busy tasks to sustain life. So how does one prepare for 2020, and simplify life. Throw everything out, pack up, get a tent, go live in the woods. Well, you could, but for some of us, that's not a right fit. I really don't think that the person who does my nails is going to come out to whatever tent I'm in to do my nails. So there are certain things in life that we've become accustomed to that are benefits of being in the human physical experience, being a vehicle for the expression of God. We are here to feel, to taste, to touch, to experience such greatness. So why is it that so many of you are in a state of angst and disappointment and not quite feeling happy? And some of you have noticed where you started the year of 2019 and you're like, oh heck, we're not going to go through a whole year of this. And you've done some work. And then there are those of you who are watching today who you've done quite a bit of work. And you still feel as if you can't get no satisfaction, no siree, nothing's moving. So how do we accomplish making a shift with only approximately 3 weeks left to 2019? Yes, I said it. Now, I really feel as if it was just the other day we were toasting in the fall, the season of autumn. I really feel as if it was just the other day we were celebrating Halloween. It definitely seems like just the other day when we celebrated Thanksgiving. So here we are, putting our feet upon the high holy days that end the year and the transition on the calendar from one year to another. And for those of you who are feeling pressure just by what I'm saying, oh my God, I have 3 weeks, how am I going to calibrate myself and set my intention? Take the angst and the fear away from the thought process that you have, because you have time, but we want to look at the energies that are conducive to support the intention. So what if I said to you, rather than clean your closets to get ready for the new year, rather than go out and shop extra for the holiday, what if I said to you that now is the time, more important than buying holiday gifts, that you carve out, just as you would to go shopping for the holidays, just as you would to go to the holiday party, just as you would to work extra to accommodate paying for the holidays, just as you would try to sleep in on a Sunday, what if I said to you that never before could we benefit more than even on the 31st, that in these next 2 weeks, we really had a clear idea of where we wanted to go, who we wanted to be with, where we wanted to go, or what it would look and feel like if we don't know who we want to be with, what it would look and feel like if we don't know where we want to go exactly because we don't have an idea, nothing has officially manifested. What if I told you now's the time? And what if I said this is not from a place of fear or panic or to push? Because as we know in the law of attraction, the very best way to attract is to allow and let it come. But what if I told you that every energetic support, planetary, universally, angelically, in the realm of the ascended masters, in the energy of the transformation and the 5D experience, the transformation of the world, and almost as if we have one way of being that we can be, which would be so much more enjoyable and more sustainable from a spiritual perspective, or we have the way we used to be in the physical world, what we've become used to, what we've become accustomed to doing because that's what we were taught to do. We've got to be carefully taught. We're trained our whole entire lives to behave and to be a certain way. But what if the universe, what if God, what if the angels are saying, look over there. There's a new horizon for you. There's a new way of feeling the experiences that you're feeling now in a much different frequency, in a better feeling way, in a way of joy and peace. Even if The experience is not yielding you all that you desire yet. How you can navigate that experience and still feel as if you're good. Now, for some of us, left brain, the way we like to think, not only do we need to know what we want to do, well, how am I going to get there? What's the plan? I need a plan. I need a step-by-step action. Well, the universe is not asking you to map out the steps right now. The planets are not lining up for this final push into 2020, into this new shift of the planetary energies. They're not asking you to have a complete plan, but the energy is beckoning. It's nudging. It's whispering. And for some of you, it's going to give you a good, swift kick to take a good look at where you are and what's not working and what you want. Because for some of you, and I'm going to take you back to about 2012, you've been caught in some version of a cycle. It may not be the same storyline, but if you look at the pattern and how it's repeated, whatever action you did not take for yourself in 2011, 2012, possibly the beginning of 2013, whatever choices you made, you're still in the residual energetic muck of some of those choices. And for some of you, those who made the choices that are working out beautifully, you're now able to build on that. But look at your 2011, look at your 2012, the squeak of the 2013, but mostly the 2011 into 2012 time. And look at where you were and what you have accomplished. Let's be kind with ourselves. Let's not focus on what I haven't done. I know we all got a list of that. But focus on what you've accomplished and then notice, if you can, the pattern. I'm sure those of you on now can say, hey, I've got a pattern. What's the pattern here? Do you notice the patterns in your life? And what can you do to break the pattern? Stepping into a new paradigm, stepping into a new energy, awakening the soul's song for you as it summons you to be your best possible you is so important right now. There's no other time to get caught up in the drama. You've already done the drama. Some of you could write a daytime drama series. Others of you could most certainly write a gossip channel. But is that what you want when you come into 2020? And is that what you want your 2020 and most likely the next 10 years to be like? No, that's not. We've already had 2012 to now. So how can you shift? What can you do? If I were to ask you this really important question right now, and I said to you, whatever you feel when I ask this question, whatever pops in your head, whatever that is, let's go there. Let's explore that. So I ask you now, what is your heart's desire for 2020? What do you feel when I say that? You see, the minute you pop up, because I can hear you all, even though I can't see what's in the feed yet because I'm not looking at that, but I hear you all, oh, I have my heart's desire, and you kind of think it, but, well, how am I going to get from here to there? I didn't ask you how. I asked you to sit in the intention of what your heart's desire is. You know, many of us are coming up with plans to survive, or to get the next job, or to make a move, or to get out of one relationship to create another, or to break a pattern of relationships that have failed, or to heal ourselves of loneliness, unworthiness, some instability. We have stories, right? But what if I said it's not about the story at this moment? The story was then. And in this moment of now, the way the energy is, the planets are, the angels are, the guides are, the universe, they're calling you. And they're saying, come on. there's an easier way. The transformation may feel a little bumpy because it's different, and change can often be uncomfortable. But if you skip down this higher frequency path with us and tune into this fifth dimension energy, which we've actually been attuning to for quite a while, it's just now everyone's talking about it. It's been going on for a while, everyone. Now suddenly everyone has ascension happenings. It was going on a while, you just didn't notice. You didn't know. But now we're feeling the push, we're feeling the pressure, if I were to use that word, that says, now's the time to go. Now's the time to put yourself on a path that fills your heart, that fills your soul, that lets you know that I am on a path of my personal greatness. And greatness is not measured by human egoic accomplishments. It is measured by your ability to feel joy and peace and to make a difference for yourself first and others. Because if you cannot care for yourself, then what do you have to give to another? The cup is empty. So it's to fill your cup with the awareness of who you are, the appreciation of who you are, the love of unconditional self, and to be the impersonal observer of things that go on and align yourself with that feels right for you. There's going to be, coming into 2020 and the beginning of 2020, a lot of people running around with tambourines going, follow me, follow me, follow me. But you have to know who you are in order to pick the path. If you're going to put your sights on a desire, it has to be you. It can't be what someone else wants for you. It's got to be you. It's got to feel like it belongs to you. So you know who you are. So you're living who you are. And it makes no difference how many degrees you have or don't have. I understand in the world there's a certain checklist of accomplishments one must have to get where one needs to go. But what if there's a different version of what you desire that does not have those astringent requirements? What if you running a soup kitchen could make all the difference in the world, fill your heart, you would love the ability to cook and be of service to others, and you would feel so full, and you had people who supported that, and you created a not-for-profit, you were able to sustain your family and assist so many others, and you sought the advice of people who were experts in business and not-for-profits, then did you need a degree to accomplish that? No, you did not. Because if you follow your heart, then I promise you the universe will bring to you all the right people. Everything will line up perfectly. It's just you need to know what your heart says. You need to take that time. You know, I have a list of things I would love to accomplish before the holidays. Don't you? Well, trees up, need to decorate it. Got some shopping to do. Some of us like to make cookies. I like to make some cookies this year. But in the grand scheme of it, if you have to make cookies or sit with self and be one with you, even if you have to get in your car and get away from your families, drive, and park somewhere and put on some meditation music and take out your journal and just be, or if you're in an area where it's beautiful, sit out in the park or by the beach and take that hour, take those 2 hours, or do it for a few days in a row till you find your center. That's more important than the cookies you could have bought in the grocery store for the holidays this year. It's important that you choose you so that you can capitalize and align with the frequencies that are here to truly support you moving forward. And it's separating self from the limited conditions and mindset and allowing yourself to get excited. Well, be enthusiastic is a better way to say it. To be enthusiastic and appreciative of all you've had, and really enthusiastic of the feeling, just the feeling, of being in the experience that fills your heart's desire. This is such a powerful time to align with your heart's desire. It's a perfect time for creation. What if I told you that all of your angels and all of your personal guides are standing at attention, waiting for you to give the green light and say, I'm going. I've got this. I'm ready. Line it up, angels. Bring it on. Everything would change. But we don't speak it just from here. We don't think it just from here. We announce it from our soul. We say it with our heart, imagining that the heart is actually the lips of the soul opening and closing and saying, I'm ready. I am ready. Are you ready? Is it time? What if I told you, what if? Now, through the power of suggestion, I do not want to create any angst. But what if I told you that when we move into 2020, that the longer you stay enslaved to experiences that don't serve you, the longer you don't let some things go that really aren't as important as you think they are, the harder it's going to be to get out of it. Now, we have our angels and guides, and I believe in miracles, and you, those who know me know I know it doesn't matter what is lining up around you. If the hand of God comes, you're out anyhow. Something will change. But what if I said you can pick the path of experiences that get you where you want to go in a much easier way now, in this short time, than hanging on to stuff that does not serve you, that is uncomfortable, to limited beliefs and concentrated effort of pushing through things that don't bring you joy, and self-talk that is critical, and not taking care of the body, and all the things that you've been doing that have kind of created this imbalance in you. What if I said, yes, you can do that in 2020, and I'm sure the light bulb will go off eventually when you're ready. But then I will tell you that the road you take will be a little more intense. The experiences of removing oneself from the physical beliefs and the interactions and the egoic thought patterns will be a little more challenging to evolve and attain a new paradigm for yourself. Wouldn't that be worth taking the time to do it now? I think it would. Imagine you're sharing your time with us here today on our Sunday Funday. And this is for you. So just like you're so kind to join us on Sundays and our Wednesday show, you take some time for you. Call it me time. It's important for you. It's important your angels know what you want. Because just like Santa Claus, they're making a list and checking it twice. And they want to be sure that you have everything that's nice. The angels won't judge us. They're not going to say that we're naughty or nice because they see us as perfect. They see us as evolutionary beings who are transitioning in this physical experience, exploring new possibilities for our soul's expansion, greater consciousness. But you want to be in peace. And knowing that pain attracts more pain, hurt creates more hurt, hurt people hurt others, fear is more contagious than the flu. What do you want to choose? Because if things build in fear in the world, and you're part of that experience, because you too are feeling the fear in the world, you're actually supporting fear. But if you're centered in the desire and the knowing that all is well, and you are supported by the angels and the guides, and everything will work out for you, and you are aligning with your desires, and even though they haven't physically manifested, in the actuality, you already feel and know it's done in your knowing, and there's no concern around the unfolding. There's no pressure. There's no timeline. Again, we're not creating a timeline for you to get it done. We are encouraging you to be enthusiastic about spending time with you and embracing who you are, really spending the time filling your heart with love, finding your center, and having that heart-to-heart with your soul. And just saying, hey soul, hey inner me, knowing that knows all, that is always connected with God. Where do we go from here? Who are we? What is it that we desire? And what can we create together? How can we collaborate with the universe? You know, soul, ever since I was little, I always felt as if I wanted to, and you fill in the blank. And you sit with that. And if you feel this bubbling of enthusiasm and joy, then you're on the right track. Then run with it. Let your imagination, this beautiful intellect, take you to scenes of things that would experience greatness for you. Allow your heart to beat and feel the warmth, feel the heart chakra open in anticipation, in the enthusiastic reunion of you coming to be who you've always known you are. And when that element of fear, that conversation inside your head that says, oh, well, you remember when this happened, or remember when you were little, your experience made you feel like you couldn't trust people, or you didn't feel loved or supported. What makes you think you're loved and supported now? Why? Because you're spiritual? You're loved and supported? Yes. You tell that voice to shut up in a loving way. And you go back to the feeling of the joyous elation of who you've come to be and how you're going to recognize your greatness and live it. And know that the universe will lay out before you as you place your foot upon the path. The universe is going to lay before you the right next steps, and the how-to guide will be provided on a need-to-know basis. Oh, just that alone will send some of you to be totally triggered. Need-to-know basis, Sarah. I can't handle that. You're going to have to. You're going to have to trust the process. You're going to have to trust that something wonderful is going to happen. There have been times when I've received guidance from Spirit, and Spirit said, oh, do this or stay the path. And in my head, I was like, well, how is that? I went, oh, SarahSpiritual. No. We're not having that conversation. I had to be really good with me, and I had to say no. The instructions are stick to the path. The instructions are this is the way you go. So allow that to unfold. Stick to the path. Pick the path. Know who you are and believe that everything you desire will come. We are getting ready for 2020. We are counting down the few days, the few weeks of 2019. Invest in you. Write down your desires. Believe you can do anything. And even though we look at a calendar and say, now it's the new year, don't look at the time in the journey of day to day, because if you notice, all of us are becoming less and less aware as to what day it really is. What's that song, Hey, does anybody really know what time it is? Well, it's getting more difficult to keep track of the days, because I feel like the universe is trying to prompt us to just be in the flow and not really worry about, I didn't accomplish this by this day, I didn't meet this deadline, I've only have 3 days left. Get in the flow. And then one thing will lead you to another, will lead you to another. The new move you want to make will unfold. The right person will enter your life. The new job opportunity will come, because you'll be in the energy of receptivity. You'll be in an enthusiasm that is so contagious that everything changes. Because you're like a magnet. And the choices will be mind-blowing. It will exceed the human expectation, because you allowed the highest version of what the universe does have for you, what your soul knows is dormant inside, just waiting for you, a free will, to choose the path, to choose your heart's desire. One of the most important things my teacher ever said to me was stay on the path. And sometimes I'd look at him and say, what is that supposed to mean, stay on the path? You mean like do the right thing, be a good girl? Well, he meant that too, but stay on the path. You put your foot upon the path, stay on the path. Don't go down some crazy path because someone says that's what you want to do. Nowhere in this conversation with all of you am I saying do this, do this, do this. I'm just saying find your heart's desire, be true to yourself, exercise your connection with Source, and make a choice. And believe that if it's a choice you feel that is not directed to you because someone told you go do this, that is not reactive because of experiences you've had, so you're going to pick the safe road, you're going to just go with what enthusiastically fuels your soul. And you're going to move. And everything's going to line up. And you're going to believe that it's true. So we are on the Sunday that's approaching the last full moon of December. You got any baggage? You got a couple of rocks that you're tossing around? Let's let them go by Thursday. Let's make a list, check it twice, and burn, baby, burn. Let it go. There's no greater time to let stuff go than now. Stop boo-hooing over who did what. Stop analyzing the injustices in your world and the world around you, because just your attention upon that gives that more power. Start going inward and creating inner peace, because then your frequency that you send out into the world, this world that's feeling a little unstable to many, will be the contributory factor to the restoration of peace, to the oneness being more recognized, to people being in alignment. And those that choose to stay in the physical disconnect, their road will be fine and blessed, but the bumps will be a little greater. Do you want to be on the bumpy road? Or do you want to be on the paved road to your heart's desire? And many of you watching, times myself included, I've been on the bumpy road. But this time in 2020, the bump's going to be a little bit more profound. The disconnect will be a little more exacerbated. The uncomfortability will be on a really high meter. We want to have the easy path. And the key to it is not your degrees. It's not to how many houses you have or cars you have. Not about your accomplishments. No, sorry. Not about how many friends you have or how many selfies you can take. It's not about that. It's about who you are. It's about who you are and who you've come to be. And the accepting that you are a piece of the whole. And that your every thought, your every word, your feelings, your actions are a part of a ripple effect. And you want to be in the ripple effect of the joy, the elation, the connection, the oneness. Because as you send that frequency out, the universe will send back to you 10 times 10 the best version of your heart's desires. It's really all there. It's up to you. It's up to you to navigate these last few weeks and make you a priority. Even after all the Christmas shopping and sales that you've managed to master with your coupons and your codes, all those great fun things that make the holidays fun and of course drive commercialism. When you're done, call the family and say, hey, you know what, I'll be a little while. Pull yourself in a safe spot, turn on your music, do a little jam, and get in tune with you. You'll be okay with an extra hour or two less sleep. It's all good. Invest in you. Because time's an illusion anyhow. And I can tell you from experience that when you are connected to Source and the angels and the guides are fueling you, you have an exuberant overabundance of energy continually. And it doesn't take much to recharge because you're always in the flow. Wouldn't you like to be the energetic spiritual bunny? Always in the flow? Wouldn't you love to be the magnet that attracts all of the best versions of anything you've ever desired to experience? All the right people, all the right emotions, connections, and attainment of physical aspects in life. We're here to experience that too. It's not a sin to have. It's your birthright. But we want to have it from here. We don't want to have it because we've been conditioned in the human mind to say, I've got to work hard to get something. You have to show up. You have to do a task. But what task are you doing and how do you do it from here? Those of you who want to get a home, you seem to think you have to jump through all these hoops. I understand there's, well, things that have to happen, banks and all sorts of documents that have to be filed. But how do you know there's not a version that's much easier for you? How do you know that if you stake the claim that you are the person who has this beautiful new home and this beautiful location with all the right people in the home and these experiences, how do you know that there's not a different way, not saying don't show up at work, there's not a different way that abundance will flow to you, or someone will assist you if you've got to fix something to get where you want to be? How do you know? You don't know until you ask the universe for help. Never in my life have I seen so many human beings trying to force things and thinking they had to do it all by themselves. And I can say that to myself included. Because at times we think we've got to do it all. We've got to allow the universe to bring it to you. Well, the universe needs to know, what are they delivering? Do you sit there and say, I want dinner, and just see who shows up? Pizza, Chinese, sushi, Thai, salad? Well, you have a feeling. You recognize the hunger, the desire. Then you think of the tastes that felt good and just kind of gave you a certain feeling. And then you focus on that, and then you have a desire for Chinese or sushi. And then that's what drives you, encourages you to pick up the phone and say, hey, I want some sushi, bring it here. And then it comes. Yes, I just compared the universe to a takeout order. I did. But essentially, that's what we are creating. A menu of experiences that are waiting for you in the great universe, and you've just got to pick one. And you've got to pick it because you feel it. Now, you place the order. Do you then not answer the door? Do you then not gather the funds to pay for it? There are other things to support the desire. We do live in a physical world. I'm not saying we're going to sit there and be in meditation and everything's going to just happen for you. There will be some discipline and some action. I don't want to call it work. Action that needs to be taken. But in choosing it from the heart, I will promise you this, everything's going to change. Are you ready? Are you ready to make this 2020 the best transition from 19 into 20 that you have had, especially since 2012? If you are, raise your hands. If you are, type I'm in the feed if you're watching us here on Facebook or YouTube, and make the commitment to yourself. Make the commitment to your soul that you're going to pay more attention to the promptings. And that every day you're going to invest in you. Don't worry, the closets will get cleaned, things will be ready. I'm sure you'll have time to bake your cookies and get your gifts. Invest in you, everyone, because you are the gift to this earth. And the fact that you embrace the gift that is you, and you choose to unwrap the beauty inside and hold it up for the world to see, that is the greatest thing you could do to honor the Creator. That is the energy that will ripple effect into the world and will make a difference. Just by embracing the gift that you are to the world, you will make a difference in the world. So, are you in? I know I am. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, and I encourage you to send me a note, to share with me the gifts that you've discovered. Here we go. Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. I say here we go because here come the emails. Don't write the problems that you have and what's not working. I think we've all navigated that. Let's take our attention and focus it on our intention for living a fulfilled life that is our heart's desire. Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. Tell me what your heart's desire is. And then as we tune into the new year in these next few weeks, we're going to honor you. We are going to take the time to embrace you in a New Year's celebration like we've never had before. Because you deserve it. You are a gift to the world. And I am grateful for all of you. Helena, what do we have going on in the chat room?
Everybody's like, I'm in! If they could scream it and we could hear it, there is an audible frequency in this room.
We are in. And we're here to answer your questions. And we decided to come in a little early today. We're changing around some things in our schedule. And we do want to make an announcement. If you did not catch it on Wednesday, I actually got a message from someone like, oh my God, Sarah. I don't know if you heard about this, Helena. I tuned into the radio at 5 and you weren't there. Ruh-roh. They were like, I got worried. And then I got your email. Are you on our email list? In a little bit, we'll pop it in the feed, the email list, so you could know what we're up to. But we changed our time. The radio station went through some changes, all for the good. I don't know, they sold an antenna, they did all their little behind-the-scenes things. And they did rearrange a few programs. So, you know, I was sitting there going like, okay, universe, what does this mean? I was like, all right, we're still here. They changed our time, but they expanded the reach of people we can connect with via the radio waves. Does not impact us here on Facebook, except we lost an hour. But I'm going to see what we can do to make that up in a different way. But I just got to let the dust settle at the radio station. But we're going to be on from 6 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday on WWNN. It's going to be heard in quite a few stations. We'll pop that in the feed too. You can always hear us on iHeartRadio. We, of course, will continue to broadcast on YouTube and Periscope and live on my Sarah Spiritual page. My Sarah Spiritual page of my website at sarahspiritual.com. So please, pop in the feed. that you're in for that too. Share that page. We're looking to expand our reach because we know that there are a lot of people, just like you, who are looking to make a shift in their life and want a safe container to express themselves. I applaud all of you because the beauty is that you are so kind to each other here on our feed. I think we've got one of the best Facebook feeds on Facebook because you're so kind to each other, you support each other, we follow the rules of engagement, so to speak, and you understand that I am doing my best to answer as many questions as possible, and it's a gift to you. It's here for you. And we want you to know that you're supported. So what I ask is that you share the page and that you tell people about the show on Wednesday and that you spread the word that if people need to feel safe and recognized for who they are, appreciated, that we are holding the space for them so that they can live their heart's desire in 2020. I would love that commitment from you. I would love to know that you support me in this movement to send out a higher vibrational frequency that is from the heart so that we can make a difference in the world and that you are a very important aspect in this transformation. And all of you are a part of the whole. And together we all make a difference. So Elena, do we have some questions going on?
Some questions.
We got a lot, huh?
Quite a few building up here.
Well, we are going to do a general read for the group because we love to do that. And we've got quite a few cards here in front of us. We couldn't decide what cards to use. And as you know, I freely channel from spirit. It is intuitive. It is always connected. I do a lot of automatic writing. But we do like to put some cards down just to open up and play with all of you. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got our Moonology cards. And these are beautiful cards. We love them. And they bring us a lot of connection. And since we have the full moon, I thought it'd be wonderful to know what our Moonology cards have to say. So we are going to place some Moonology cards down for the group. We are going to use our Divine Feminine cards. And then we've got other cards here. But to start us off with a general read for all of you, we're going to pick from a few different decks to just kind of hold on to the consciousness. One flipped up. I've got to honor it. It says, time to breathe out. The moon, the disseminating moon, wants us to breathe out. So we're going to follow instructions by the universe. Everyone take a nice deep breath. And we're going to hold it. And just exhale. Push it out. Take another nice deep breath. You're going to hold it. We're going to exhale. Pushing it out. Okay. Helena's listing the decks here. So Moonology cards are right here. We're going to take that and we're going to step into our Divine Feminine cards. These cards are really so beautiful. Divine Feminine energy. I'll pick this up for you to see the Divine Feminine energy. So we love these cards. These are beautiful, beautiful cards. There we go. And let's see. Divine Feminine, and then we have our Mystical Wisdom, Helena. Yes, we're going to go for Mystical Wisdom. That would be these beautiful cards. We sell these at the center. You can definitely visit us at Expedito Enlightenment. We don't have all of these on our website right now, but you can definitely let us know if you want a deck. So we are going to take these, Divine Feminine and our Mystical Wisdom, and we're going to place them here. Are you ready? I got a feeling. All right, so we're going to take 3 cards. And those of you who are local to us here in South Florida, on Friday night, We have to put a link for that. I am going to be opening up for Vanilla Ice. We have our wonderful toy drive, and the Wellington Chamber puts together this magnificent Winterfest. I think this is my 5th year, Helena, of performing. I don't know, I lose track, but
I think so.
about 5 years. And you can go to my Instagram page and learn more about it. Go to Sarah Spiritual Instagram page, and you will find out the details. And we can put a link. It's on my website, Sarah Spiritual, as well. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I really would love if you followed us on Instagram. Helena's been really helping put together some fabulous graphics around some of the quotes that Spirit gives us. So I'm sure you'll find some of them very enlightening. So thank you, Helena, for helping us with that.
You're welcome.
That's always appreciated. And now we're going to take 3 mystical wisdom cards. And this is for our collective group. And so remember, the universe and God and the angels, they all know what we were just talking about. And I love sharing with all of you. So let's see what we have here. We're going to turn over our Moonology cards. We're going to go into our Divine Feminine cards. And then we're going to go to our Mystical Wisdom cards. So we're going to start with a Moonology for the group. So everyone focus on what you want to have a message regarding. So we have the waning moon. What do you need to release? Really powerful, because we are approaching the full moon, and the full moon is a great time to really step into your power and release what no longer serves you as the moon is waning. And I don't know how many of you realize this, but on December 25th, Christmas Day, we're going to have a solar eclipse. It is going to be one of the most powerful days in the calendar year. It is going to be one of the most powerful days and ways that we can transition into 2020. And there's a new moon that happens into the Thursday morning. So we've got the 25th and the 26th, solar eclipse, the new moon energy. It's going to be a powerful, powerful time. It's a high vibrational day. It's listed as a holy day. There's speculation as to what the actual day is to truly celebrate Christmas, but it's the day when mankind comes together and honors it as a holy day. So be aware of that energy and utilize it. So we want to know what we need to release. The next one is to expect a powerful chain, and it says a new moon eclipse. I told you, they're listening. We have an eclipse coming, and it's in the new moon. So this is a powerful time for you. I love the way that card just lined right up for us. And then we have, once again, it's time to breathe in and breathe out. So clearly, for the group, there's a lot of you that need to release energy, that need to release toxicity, that need to release the emotions that are no longer serving you. And then in our Divine Feminine, we have the Goddess of Discernment. And I spend my time wisely, and I only say yes when it feels like a yes. So we need to use our discerning spirit. How many of you are agreeing to things that are not comfortable for you? We want to be in the energy of connection. We want to be in the energy of love. And in order to do that, we need to be true to ourselves. So honor that. And then we have the Goddess of Compassion, which is Kuan Yin. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. It's the wonderment, it's the desire that will open up for you. And if you are suffering in any area of your life, allow the feeling to pass through. Don't hold on to it. And just release. It is truly that time. And call upon Kuan Yin to assist you. And then we have the essence of all the Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything in my material world is for my liberation. See, these are tools for us to reach our highest potential. But our physical items in this world and the attributes are not the be-all, end-all. You know, there's a statement, if you're of the world, you're not of my Father. If you're of my Father, you're not of the world. So we want to honor the higher self and the higher energy. And then we go to our mystical wisdom cards, and learn to let go is the first one for this. So for those of you in time to let go, this is telling me that many people are holding on to too much as we're closing the 2019 to go into 2020. So please let it go, open up, and blaze your own trail. Originality is key. You know, in this time of the world, everyone feels like maybe they have to kind of gleam off of someone else's success. I understand that the greatest form of flattery is imitation, but you each have your own path. We don't need to try to be someone else, to compare ourselves with someone else. We just need to be who we've come to be and express ourselves in our own unique way and blaze our own trail of success. We don't need to covet anything from someone else. We don't need to take someone else's ideas and move them into our own. We don't need someone else's success to be our stepping stone. You have within you the power to do everything you need to do. And then self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. You know, the path of the spiritual one is often a quiet and sometimes seems lonely, because we need to spend that time alone and in contemplation. So for many of you, and it's so in alignment with what I was saying earlier, you need that alone time. You need to be in the energy of self-reliance and believing that within yourself you will find all the answers and everything will line up perfectly. Well, I am sure we've got a lot going on. Helen Marquez says everything in her life is chaos. So we definitely want to shift that. And for those of you who've been following the show, you know, we do a lot to keep this together and work on the plan. We have a link. I think we have it pinned. If this shows a value to you, click the link into PayPal and make a donation to the show. We show up here for you so that you can have the guidance that you need. We don't say if you pay us, we'll answer your question. We are here for you. But we do ask that if you can, it could be just a couple of dollars or whatever works for you, make a donation so that we have some of the assistance that we need to keep and perfect what we're doing for all of you. We have a goal in 2020 to get to more of you out and about. We will be traveling. One of our first places is we are expecting to go to LA, is one of the places that we have on our list, and we're going to go to the Carolinas. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know that, we're going to the Carolinas. And we have a couple of places in mind. So we would love to come to a city near you. So, of course, let us know if you would like to host us in your city. We will be on the road connecting to you. Little by little, we will make the transition so that we can connect with all of you. Well, I am ready. Are you ready? I think we need to answer some questions here for everyone.
Yes, ma'am. I want to start with Miss Lori Lee. She says, "Hello, Sarah and Helena. I'm at a crossroads. What direction do I go? My contract ended Friday with my job, and she's wondering if a next adventure is coming."
There is, and there's a different, Laura Lee, there's a different sense here, because when I open up the energy here, the first thing that I see when I look at this is something about 2008. I feel like 2008 brought some changes for you. It was a shift. So now I actually took us back about 11 years. And since 2008, you have kind of blazed a trail for yourself. You have put yourself on this path. We're closing out this cycle for you in 2020. And I feel as if the way you work, the contracts that you receive, and the experience of work is going to change for you in 2020. And I see it as much more lucrative, and it's got a peaceful, easy feeling. It's got a little more ease to it. When I take this crossroad, I feel like, and here's the interesting part, I think your question is so appropriate for the conversation we had in the beginning of this broadcast. Very important for you, Laura Lee, to follow your heart's desire. I see work being different for you in 2020. I don't see you caught up in the same day-to-day activities. I feel there'll be a shift. I feel that February opens up this new experience for you, and you'll move forward and feel like you're on a secure ground. And then from that experience, something else opens up that puts you on a path of 2021 being more in alignment with your heart's desire and purpose. So there's just a little transition, a little clearing out of old energies in 2020. There will be more work, contractual work. It'll be different than it's been before. And that will give you a taste and a feel of what comes next for you in the 2021. Can't believe I've got to talk about 2021, but yes, that's what I see for you. So Laura Lee, thank you so much for your question. And just ride the wave, honey. It's going to be a good ride. Thank you. Who else do we have here?
Next, I have Farah Tinch. She says, hey, Sarah, will my YouTube do well in 2020?
It's an important time for you for your career, Farah, and the way I see this career opportunity for you is that your YouTube will do well. I feel as if we haven't quite mastered something in the content or targeted the right people to match the content. This is what Spirit is telling me. I don't know your YouTube channel, so I haven't had the opportunity to watch it. I'm sure it's fabulous. So focus your delivery and make sure we're in alignment with the message that we want our YouTube channel to provide people so that you can have this connection. I will spin you into the month of March. Month of March makes me feel as if March is your momentum month. So do the due diligence of that which is necessary to move your YouTube channel forward and take it from there. It's going to be a great time for you. 2020 will be good. Focus on content and content being in alignment with the message of what you represent and move yourself forward. March is your momentum time. Thank you, Farah Tinch, for your question. Who else do we have?
Next, I'm going to Heidi Polar. She's asking, do you see my health improving in 2020?
All right, Heidi Polar, let's take a look here. So the first thing they make me aware of is that it's really been an uphill battle, but it's been a bit of a roller coaster, Heidi, for your health here. And as I move you into this energy, I am made aware that improvement is slow coming into the 2020. I feel as if we don't quite have all the right, I'm going to use the word treatments or protocols to balance out your health and to build your strength. Check your minerals. I feel like they're off as well, and that will give you a better sense of feeling better. I feel as if we need a new doctor, a new specialist, someone new to give you a different path to go on that'll give you balance. We actually have someone who can be of some benefit to you regardless of where you live. She can work with you remotely. Her name is Kim Skokin. So we can put the link to Kim's website and her contact information. We can pull it and put it in the feed for you, Heidi, because she does work with a calibration and frequencies, and she puts frequencies in some things that will be with you that will help you with your healing. It's very powerful. I feel like you need to travel both paths, traditional and holistic, and Kim Skokin is a natural path. So thank you so much, Heidi. I do see improvement. We just need to add something else to make it all come together. Thank you. Who else do we have? Hello, everyone. Good to see everybody here, too, as I'm looking. This is so great.
Next, we have El Yari asking, will I purchase a home in 2020? And she's also asking if her aunt will come around and their relationship, will it improve?
Your aunt is stuck on stupid? How's that sound? Yeah, it's very difficult for her to see both sides of a story, so your aunt is really, really stuck. But this year is going to bring a lot of changes. This year actually has brought changes, and it'll carry into 2020. And some of these changes may cause your aunt to see things differently. So we can ask the universe and the angels to soften her heart, to open up her ears and her heart to listen and hear, so that we can have a different balance. Will you purchase a home? The first thing that I'm made aware of is that this 2020 is a perfect time for you to purchase a home. Sometime after the July month. I do not know when Mercury will be retrograde around that time, so please make sure that you are aware of Mercury retrograde times in the summer months so that you do not sign any contracts or documents in July for your home. But I feel like the latter half of 2020 becomes a great time for you to purchase your home. And as far as your aunt's concerned, from your heart to her heart in your meditations, send her love and ask the angels to open her up for heartfelt communication and the ability to listen. Thank you so much, Ella, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Next, I am going to, hold on one second, it is right here. Going to Lynn Wheatman. This
Okay,
is
Lynn.
interesting. She was asking for a message regarding universal law from Spirit.
So the universal laws are really very, very clear. And in the universal law is an energy of cause and effect, which you put out into the universe, the law will send it back to you. That's universal law. We are in the energy of universal justice, divine energy of universal love, divine energy of universal consciousness, the divine ability to be in alignment is all here for us. And Lynn, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that this is the time for you to divinely align yourself with your higher purpose. And the divine law is stating that for you to be true to yourself, you must continue to practice forgiveness and call upon the divine law of forgiveness for yourself and others so that you can sustain what you choose to create in the 2020. You are very blessed. The angels are with you, and I feel greatness coming for you in this 2020 year. But working on the divine law of forgiveness of yourself and others so that you are totally free and you cut the cords that have bound you to experiences, it's great. And as I say that to you, the time here, Lynn Wheatman, talk about divine universal laws, 444. So I don't know what time it is in the UK, but we say this to you. The angels are with you. Divine law, 444. We are in perfect alignment with the angels. Thank you so much for your question. Who else do we have here?
There was also 44 people in the room.
Wow.
Watching
So
at that
there we
time,
go.
too.
We had 44 people, so 4444. So the angels are with you in that question. Who else do we have here?
Next, I'm going to John Sullivan. He's asking, can you tell me how to interpret my dreams of passed away loved ones?
John, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that your loved ones are coming to you for multiple purposes. One is coming to you so that you know you're supported, but the others are coming to you to give you an insight, or I want to use the word warning, or a heads up on someone in the circle of the family, in the close circle of family that is not doing well, that we need to keep an eye on, and that they are preparing, and this is, I'm not God, but they're preparing to receive in a short period of time. So they are letting you know that there is support for you, but there's also a loved one in the immediate circle that we want to tend to because there is some circumstance or condition around the health that is of importance that we want to look into, and they are supporting in that, but they're also letting you know that it will be they that will welcome this individual when they get ready to enter to the higher realm. Great question, John, and many times our loved ones are coming to us for support, for love, and in your case there's something going on in the family and the health. We look forward to some feedback from that in the feed. So thank you, John, for that question, and God bless you. Who else do we have?
Next, I have a question from Tina Calloway.
Yes.
How can I increase my trust in the universe so that I can step into the flow of manifestation to achieve my dream for love and monetary abundance? She desires to move to New Mexico in 2020. Is this a wise decision?
Tina Calloway, I love that question. Oh, my goodness. Everyone got that question? Because each one of you could ask that question. So Tina Calloway, your question is the question of the people. How do you increase your trust in the universe? When fear and doubt whisper to you, you say, step behind me, you have no place here. I am in alignment with my divine destiny and I am a divine child of God. Step one. Step two, you focus your intention and your feeling and your thoughts on the desire. See yourself in New Mexico, feel it. Step 3, do not discuss your desires with many people. This is safe container, but I'm talking about those who will say, how are you going to do that? Why are you going to move to New Mexico? What is there for you in New Mexico? What are the benefits of being in New Mexico? Why wouldn't you want to stay here? This is where everything is that you know. Why are you going off on some half-baked idea? What happens if it doesn't work in New Mexico? How are you going to get back? All those questions that we know people will ask. We don't want to hear their opinions. You know, opinions are like everyone's got one and everyone's got that and something else. So we don't want to go there, Tina Calloway. Let your desires be spoken only unto the Lord. That is the statement. So to you I say, keep your desires in your inner sense, keep it to yourself, and hold the vision. Make a vision board, pictures of New Mexico, pictures of the house you're going to live in, pictures of your love, your true love being there in New Mexico, pictures of you walking into a cute little diner on Route 66, and your love of your life walks into the diner, and you have this connection. Imagine this. See it, feel it, be it. It is all on track. And the desire you have is a wise decision because you're being prompted there because there's something there for you. Now, I want to address this because sometimes we make choices and then if it doesn't play out exactly the way we expect it to or anticipate, we then think we are going to make a wrong decision or we made a wrong decision. Life is a series of choices and changes. Let me say that again. Life is a series of choices and changes. You make a choice, things change. You're in the change, then something happens, and another change comes. So based on that change, we have to make another choice to accommodate the change, and then we begin to direct our choices. The series of choices and changes that I see in this world today, it's important that we have clarity in what we desire. And when we have that clarity and we make a choice, we are being prompted by our soul. But what's driving us is our physical mind, our human experience, our database of memories and conditions and cause and effect of what we've known to have happened in the physical world. So we get an idea to move. Like I got an idea to move to Florida. I moved to Florida. I had a vision of what my Florida experience would be like. I really had a good vision. I was going to be poolside, closing business deals. So you know your vision for New Mexico. I had my vision. But then I was no sooner here 2 months, barely, and life threw me a curveball. And the way I lived my initial few months in Florida changed. It was the curveball that ultimately put me on the path of what my real experience was meant to be in Florida. But the desire or the idea, the driving force, was still rooted in the world. It was, this is what I want to do, this is what I feel I want to do, this is what I need to do, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go here because. But my because didn't match the overall universal because. So if you're a because, this is why I'm going because, doesn't match completely in totality the universal driving force that is prompting you to go, fear not. Change is good. Go. It is a stepping stone to the greater universal plan, regardless of how perfectly things fall into place in the human physical experience. So it's a great question, Tina, and I hope I've offered you assistance and guidance in how to interpret and create that. But it's such a great question because we can apply it to everyone here in the feed. Everyone here in the feed can realize that when life throws us a curveball, it doesn't mean that our idea of what we wanted to do was a wrong idea. It just means there's an adaptation. We've got to adapt. We've got to make a shift. We've got to have a different version of it because in the human mind, we have a cap. In the human expectation, we have a cap. Universal law has no cap. It's infinite possibilities, infinite possibilities. So why would I want to hold on to my cap? I don't want to hold on to my cap. But because that's what I know, that's what you know, that's what we know as humans, we hold on to the cap of expectation of what an experience should bring us in a relationship, in a job, in a move, and whatever else we're creating. So we have an expectation of an outcome. But that's why we always want to know, what is my motivating factor? What is my desire? What is prompting me to do this? And if the desire is in the highest, most altruistic way of intention that is aligning you to purpose and aligning you with inner peace and aligning you with love, that is how we get to the highest version of the infinite potential of any experience we desire. But it's when we're like, me, what happens if I don't have a job? Me, what happens if this happens? Me, and we get all worried and we start to beat ourselves up, and people do it, that we lose the flow of the frequency that was taking us to this higher version, so we may get what we want, but there's a higher version you were on track for when you got that whoosh of inspiration. And then what do? You open your mouth and you tell everybody, and then they give you their opinion. And then the highest vibe, the joy, the enthusiasm starts to get a little murky. And you go, all right, well, I'm still going to go, but I hope so-and-so isn't right because it might turn out like this. We dumbed it down now. We're not in alignment with the highest version. So stay on track, everyone, when you have an idea. If you feel it viscerally, don't wait for anyone to tell you what to do, tell you when to go, when to move, what job to take, when to quit your job. Some will say, don't quit a job, you don't have any money, you don't have another job. How are you going to do it? If you have to quit your job and you feel supported in the universe, I know now people like say, Sarah Spiritual told me to quit my job, I quit my job. I'm not saying that. If you're feeling the energy that this is where you want to be and there's something better coming for you, but in order to get there, you have to take a step away, then trust the universe will support you if that's necessary for your inner being wellness. Now, it doesn't mean everyone runs out and quits their job tomorrow, Monday morning. But for those of you that is where you're at, but you're holding on, and in holding on to something that's not working, you're actually squeezing the flow of the universe and the lifeline that is trying to fuel you with new ideas and inspiration and trying to infuse within you the presence of God. If you're hanging on to this hell job, then let it go. Because something else will come, or you'll get an idea of how you can kind of get by with money and manage, and the universe will provide you with little opportunities to just kind of bounce around until the next real opportunity comes. Be in alignment, everyone. I can't stress that enough in these next few weeks. Great question, Tina Calloway. Thank you for that question, and I hope everyone was able to benefit from that. Yes. So Joey Emanuel says, yes, I quit my job in 1998. I just knew. And from what I know about Joey, he's doing his thing. He's doing his spiritual thing. So it's all powerful. It's all powerful. Who else do we have here?
Next, I want to go to Felicia Richardson. She says, Sarah, will you help me today with job and home life? She's feeling very down about it lately.
Yes, and thank you. Felicia sent me an Insta message, so thank you so much, Felicia, for reaching out to me the past couple of days. Usually on the weekends, everyone, I'm in sessions with people, so it's a little hard for me in my free time to get to everybody because that time is a little bit, just a little different alignment. I don't want to say it's limited because nothing's limited. So Felicia, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that next year is really about new career, new opportunity. No one in the house is feeling happy and fulfilled, so there's a very heavy energy. My suggestion is that you use some sage clearance spray, something that we have here at the center, Archangel Michael spray. You shift some energy so that the house feels a little lighter and you can clear your mind. Your mind is very heavy. You're not sleeping right, Felicia. I see the spirit of depression around you as well. I would recommend the spiritual bath, an Archangel Michael bath. You need to do something to inspire yourself and shift your energy. But I will tell you that 2020 is a year of new opportunities, new job. It is focused on career and putting you on the path of purpose. And I feel like some of the miscommunications, disagreements, and misalignments that are going on in your home are going to start to calm down. So thank you, Felicia, for that question. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to...
I think somebody wants cards too.
Yeah.
You want to pull that one? Yes, I like that one.
Yes, Sharon, what are Spirit's thoughts on the Boynton Beach part-time job?
Oh, let's see, Sharon. Sharon, I know that this year was a year of a lot of closure for you. And going to continue to close out old energies in 2020. So you're ending your cycle in 2020. It's going to be good for you. Let's look at our Boynton Beach opportunity. I feel it's good. My energy from Spirit makes me feel like the Boynton Beach opportunity is good. I actually feel like there might be something better. But the card just flew up, so we're going to see. Knight of Archangel Michael. And he says, time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. So if this is a job that's being driven by logic, not emotion, not fear, then it's a good opportunity. We also have Raphael, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy information is coming to you. And then we have another Raphael card, which is the Justice card, and it says don't give up. So Sharon, I feel like it's a good opportunity. I just don't feel as if it's going to turn out exactly the way you are intending. So if you're going by emotions or you're going by logic, that will be key here. Okay, and the Knight of Raphael says, oh, this is interesting. Yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. So the Boynton Beach may just be a very small part, but I don't feel like it's really going to be the thing that makes everything work for you. Thank you, Sharon Young, for your question. And everyone, if you come to the center, we have a skirt that's at the bottom of our stage. And Sharon was really kind. Thank you so much, Sharon. She came, and our skirt had gotten like a little kind of just mucked up over time. We've had the same skirt. And she made it look so easy. She came with her material and her little tacks, and she sat on the floor. And thank you. She covered it all up, and she gave me a whole new skirt, and we're good. So thank you, Sharon, for coming and helping us with that. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Kathleen.
Lasso.
Yes. Can you tell me why I'm nauseous and my back is burning and vibrating? She knows she's on a spiritual journey and she needs to let things go, but feeling stuck.
You know, Kathleen, I really want to encourage you to connect with me personally. I want to create something to clear your energy. I actually feel an attachment in the root chakra and sacral area. I feel like you've got an energetic attachment, and the vibration is your frequency trying to raise in your case, and this attachment trying to hold you down and not allow you to step into your real true destiny and what's meant to come for you. You're very gifted, very intuitive. You're here to be of service of other people, and I feel like there's a contrast and a conflict that's going on. So Kathleen Lasso, I would love to create something to clear your energy. Next year is your personal power year, and girl, no better time to get yourself on track for your destiny. It's a really important time. So let's do something to clear that spot, and it will start to calm down and will remove the attachment, because you do have spiritual energetic attachment, and it is of a low frequency. And here I have the 5 of Ariel came up. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So I guess this is our confirmation, Kathleen Lazo, that you need a little help. I get by with a little help from my friends. So let's get by with a little bit of help from my friends. Visit my website or inbox me, Sarah Spiritual, on Facebook, and I'll connect with you. I'd love to make something that isn't on my website a personal kind of clearing for that energetic attachment. Thank you so much. I hope to hear from you. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Gloria Garcia. Gloria is saying she's having problems sleeping sometimes at night and always worried and stressed out. And she's asking, will I be able to lose weight for 2020?
You will. I really feel like you're holding on to a lot of memories. I feel like you don't trust. There's a lot of disappointments and hurts and pains that you're holding on to, Gloria Garcia. So we have to do a little healing work on that to truly speed up the weight loss. I do feel like you need to clear the energy of your home, particularly your room. What I would suggest for you now is for you to take a glass of water in a clear glass and put some kosher salt to clear the space. And this will help you get a better night's sleep. And I would ask Archangel Michael to be with you and surround you with protection. And I would cover the four corners of my bed. I would ask for the presence of Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, and Archangel Michael. One in each corner of your bed so that nothing crosses over to disrupt your sleep. And I would be sure to meditate or listen to something contemplative or something on YouTube that will put you in the frequency of the higher guides so that you can be in the presence of the angels before you sleep. And Gloria Garcia, they're telling me you need a card, so I'm going to pull into my Divine Feminine card. And for you, I have the Mother of Imus. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. So be in love and gratitude and everything will work out for you. Let go of the stress, trust the process, and trust that love is and always will be, my dear, the answer. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Nilda.
Nilda.
She keeps seeing the numbers 1012 and 2012 everywhere. What are the angels and spirit guides trying to tell her?
Focusing your attention and intention on what you desire, making sure your thoughts are matching up exactly with what you want to create is what I'm hearing from the angels. And also looking at the fact that when we add those numbers together, it's a 5. And I am really led to feel like, Nilda, that you've got big changes coming for you. Something's coming, I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be great. The air is blowing and something great is coming. Come on, deliver me. Let me tell you what we got here right for you in the cards that fell. Friendship, time for you to nurture your relationships is also important for you, Nelda. And I see the unicorn, and that is to invite serendipity. So that goes in perfect alignment with those numbers because focusing your thoughts and intentions and the universal consciousness and love, which is tied to that 2, and the thoughts and connections with the 1 and focusing your intention on positive things, that will bring forth to you serendipitous experiences that will line you up with everything perfectly. It is a time of great, powerful, conscious change, and you are the director of this, Nilda, so keep seeing those numbers, and it is definitely an important time, and if I were you, I would play those numbers in the Cash 4. Just saying. I think it's a message. Who else do we have here?
I want to go to Miss Brittany Amber. She's asking, could you please tell me what I have coming up? She feels like the universe is testing her.
The universe is testing you, honey, and you just stay centered with who you are and be the mother that you've come to be and don't pay attention to other people's foolishness. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. It is time for you to assert your personal power and speak your truth. And if people don't like it, that doesn't really matter because you're going to be true to yourself. I pulled 2 cards for your question. I felt compelled to pull cards for you, my dear. And the first one is potential. Think big for your future. Don't let people put a cap on you. Don't let people tell you who you are based on education, degree, or what your circumstances or conditions are, or where you work. You can do anything. You're a gifted, intuitive being, and you've come to make a difference in the world. And your daughter is a little white, bright light that is like a fairy. So this is the time for you to shine your energy and to be the you've come to be. And then we have for you also the unicorn. Invite serendipitous events. Align yourself. Your thoughts become the attractive magnet. And what I see coming for you is everything you desire. When the universe throws you a test, you say, I got this. You focus your attention on your intentions and you move yourself forward. Thank you so much, Brittany Amber, for your Facebook question. What else do we have here, Helena?
Next, I want to go to Kate Kazia.
She's like, I want to go to Kate Cassia.
She would like to know if she will find love in 2020. And will
Love.
she love and be loved and be happy in the love
What's
life?
love got to do with it? Okay. You're going to sing that for me, Helena? Is that what I got over there?
That's the only part I got too.
What's love got to do? Okay, let's see. We've got everyone coming on the 13th to Vanilla Ice for my big singing. I'm going on at in the 7 o'clock hour, somewhere around a few minutes after 7. So equestrian. Where is it? Equestrian. Where am I going?
The Palm Beach International Equestrian Center.
There we go. You see, it's just a detail to me. I just show up where people tell me to go. All right, so let's see. Kate Cassia, I see love. I see love. Very interesting, my dear. Very, very interesting. So the first thing that I'm made aware of is that next year is also going to bring some changes. These changes are a catalyst for love coming to you. So I love that feeling. I feel like you've got to close out some old energies. There's a little more healing that you have to do. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. We are going to pull some divine feminine cards for this question of love, because I feel like that's important. So we have Aridian, and she says, my soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. So whatever you're going through, just keep going through. Move yourself forward, Kate Cassia, because this is the time for you to move. Then we have Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering and you release. So we want to release the suffering of the past and past relationships so that you can move yourself forward to the love. If I were to give you a timeline, there's something about the month of May that feels good around love. It feels like love begins to bloom, or there's that, I don't know, spring has sprung and love has come. That's how I see it for you. So it's really good. And then we have Mahibako, which is the warrior saint. And she says, I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. So you are the warrior of love. The love goddesses are with you. The feminine divine energy is with you. And I feel like as we put our foot into 2020, we attract love. When you start your day, every day in 2020, you say, I don't know where, I don't know when, but today is the day true love comes my way. I don't know where, I don't know when, but today is the day true love comes my way. And I feel like May is going to give you a great experience of love. We're going to take one more question here, Helena, because then we're going to do a close for everybody.
That's putting a lot of pressure.
I know that's the pressure's on. She's like, but Sarah, no, we need to keep going. Well, you have dance class, Helena, so we've got to go.
I got to go shake and twirl and all that stuff. Let's end with Randy Racenstein. She's feeling frustrated lately about her job and the people she works with. How can she get out of this funk?
You're feeling frustrated because you're not appreciated, and there's someone who's kind of stirring up the pot. I see a two-faced person connected to you. It's someone that is a direct interact, a direct connect, and this person is actually creating a lot of disharmony in there. I actually feel that as you step into your personal power of next year, that you really feel like you need to make a change. I understand that might not be easy given the place that you work, and I feel as if you may have to kind of nudge yourself out of there. But I see for you a whole different vibe of a company that has to do with you and your promotion, your business, your advancement. So every day, set your intention on having the best day, ask for divine protection, divine universal justice, and be in the energy of divine love. And know that that love will be the magnet that will bring forth the right people to form an opportunity that's unique just for you outside of that workplace, because I really don't feel like you're going to be there for much longer. And if I were to give you an exact timeline, of course you have free will, but I feel like there's expansion that comes for you next year. And I feel as if somewhere between March and July, you go, I'm done. I'm out, drop the mic, catch you later. And so follow your prompting. Do not be reactive. Just know that the universe will prompt you when is the right time to go. And if you have a side hustle that you're enjoying, put more energy in it. If you ever wanted to start one so you can have your own company, I see something for you Let's move it forward because now's the time. Thank you, Randy Ranstein, for your Facebook question. Thank you, everybody who's been joining us here on Facebook. I'm really glad. I know it's Football Sunday, so a lot of people are watching football, so we thank you. We are going to go to our Power Tarot, and we are going to do a final pull for everyone whose question I did not get to. Holly Costanza Donaldson had a question. I don't know that I really see you making that move, Holly, so we'll have to revisit that. So if you haven't put anything in motion for that move you're talking about on Facebook, if you're still watching, just know that I don't know about that. I feel like something's not in order for you to make that move. It just caught my attention, and Spirit was like, no, it's not quite, everything's not quite ready for that move yet, Holly. So please check a little bit more before you make the move. So we're going to put some cards down for the Universal Collective here, all of us. And some of these cards we're just using for the first time, so they're a little sticky, so they're not cooperating with me. So we're going to pull 3 cards for all of you who we did not get to answer your questions. Like I see here that Marie Mim is saying, she asked 5 times, what's a bath? A bath is a concoction of herbs and blessed waters and clearing items. I make it with my own hands. If you go to SarahSpiritual.com, you'll see examples of some of the product line that I have. My baths are hand blended by me. I make sprays and oils. I have 2,100 square feet of products that I make, and sometimes I customize baths, Marie Mim. So that's to answer your question. And hello, Denise Pagan. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. And we've got 3 cards for all of you who have not had your question answered. I want to honor as many people, and the Spirit led me to feel like I can do this by picking some questions in my vision here and then pulling some cards. So I kind of was glancing over the questions. And so the first card here is the 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in the magical and unexpected ways, acts of kindness, giving, or receiving with a grateful heart. Lets me know that those of you who are struggling in this holiday time, even meeting basic needs, you will be supported. The universe will supply. Acts of kindness and generosity will fuel you, and you will have everything that you need. Trust, ask, and in the asking it is given. The universe has your back. So we have that, and then we also have the Page of Gabrielle. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So this is in perfect alignment with what we started with at the beginning of this program. If you didn't catch the opening direction from Spirit that was given to me, I really hope you go back to the beginning of the program and hear the message about creating your purpose and your passion for the close of 2019 into 2020 and how to get ready for 2020. Are you really ready? So this tells us that the opportunities will come and align themselves with all of you if we follow our passion. And the final card here is the Sun. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking, and an inspiring success is coming to you through the energy of the Sun. So this makes me feel as if we are fully supported. We know we're supported. The angels are there. We have a powerful, powerful solar eclipse that's coming on December 25th. You want to be ready to burn out energies and to really infuse your energy with the new beginning of the new moon that follows the next day on the 26th of December. Never before have the planets and everything been in alignment for them to give you that once and for all good push into what you desire. Seize the opportunity, carpe diem, be in the moment of now, follow your purpose, follow your passion, trust that your angels love you, love yourself, honor yourself, have self-respect, honor who you are, and do not be disheartened, and do not allow your thoughts to be critical. When you speak to yourself in a critical speaking manner, you are actually repeating things that have been indoctrinated within you based on thoughts and feelings that other people have superimposed into your energetic being. You are not. You are an amazing human being. You are unique. You are blessed. You have come to this world to be a part of the whole, to make a difference. In the holiday seasons, you'll be unwrapping gifts, but know each one of you is a gift unto the world, and I am honored to know all of you. I thank you for spending time with us on our Sunday Funday. Catch the show 6 to 8 p.m. right here on Facebook, Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We've expanded our reach. Our hours are now 6 to 8 p.m. I hope you continue to watch us, share the page, and donate if you appreciate the work that we do. God bless you. Have a happy Sunday. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Help me hold the answer we are looking for. Help me open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. Open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you be a part of the light? Oh, love, it is the answer now, and we can see love. There's a light, there's a light that shines inside